Hello and welcome. The purpose of this video is to be used as a step-by-step guide in applying for financial aid here at Cal State Fullerton. It is mainly designed to help those students that have never applied for financial aid before, but can also be helpful to new students here at Fullerton or as a refresher guide to previous recipients. We hope that this guide is helpful in making a confusing process that much easier. Before we get started, there are a couple terms that you're going to need to be familiar with. The first is the EFC, which is the estimated family contribution. This is the estimated amount of money that you're expected to pay towards your college education for that year. The COA is the cost of attendance, and this is how much it costs to attend the institution for the year. SAR is the student aid report, and this is the information that is reported to your school or schools based on the information that is given on the FAFSA. And last is the federal PIN. The federal PIN is a 4-digit number that is needed in order for you to electronically sign your FAFSA. You can apply for a PIN at the link below or at www.pin.ed.gov. As a post-baccalaureate or a graduate student, you will want to know the different types of financial aid that are available to you. There are a couple different types, such as grants and scholarships that don't need to be paid back, or loans that do need to be paid back. We will review the grants and loans that are available to you within the next couple slides. Grants. The first type of grant you may be eligible to receive is the federal Pell Grant. The Pell Grant is available to low-income undergraduate students and certain post-baccalaureate students. If you are currently enrolled in a post-baccalaureate teacher certificate program or another type of graduate-level program that can lead to licensure, you may be eligible for a Pell Grant based off of your EFC and other factors. The next grant that you may be eligible to receive is the Cal Grant. Cal Grants are funded by the state of California and awarded to California residents or others that may be determined eligible. If you are a current Cal Grant A or B recipient or received the Cal Grant A or B as an undergraduate student, you may be eligible for one additional year of a Cal Grant to pursue your teaching credential certificate. The next grant is the State University Grant. This is a need-based award to cover a portion of the state tuition fees for eligible undergraduate, graduate, and post-baccalaureate students who are California residents or are otherwise determined as eligible. Students who have an EFC of $800 or less and who are not receiving a Cal Grant or any other award designated to cover fees are most likely eligible to receive this grant. The last grant that is available is the Teach Grant. The Teach Grant program provides grants for students who are completing or plan to complete coursework needed to begin a career in teaching. As a condition to receiving the Teach Grant, you must sign a Teach Grant Agreement to Serve, in which you agree to teach in a high-need field at an elementary school, secondary school, or educational service agency that serves students from low-income families for at least 4 complete academic years within 8 years of completing the certificate, or in the course of study in which you receive the grant. This grant does require repayment if you do not meet the teaching commitment in the given amount of time. Remember, grants are financial aid awards that do not need to be paid back. However, in order to be fully eligible for grants, remember you must submit your FAFSA by the priority filing date of March 2nd. If you apply after the March 2nd deadline, you are most likely not to receive any grants, regardless of your need. Loans. First, let's discuss federal loans. There are 3 different types of federal loans that are available to students. All federal loans have a requirement that the student must be enrolled in a minimum of 6 units per semester. The first type of loan is the subsidized loan, which has an interest rate of 3.4%, and the federal government starts paying the interest while you're in school. The interest will not start occurring until after you've graduated or stopped taking classes. Subsidized loans are awarded to graduate students based off of their financial need. The next loan that is available is the unsubsidized loan. The unsubsidized loan has an interest rate of 6.8%, and the interest starts occurring once the loan is fully dispersed and keeps occurring until the time that the loan is repaid in full. Unsubsidized loans are not awarded based off of any financial need. Any eligible graduate student is able to take out an unsubsidized loan. The last loan that is available is the Grad Plus loan, which is a credit-based loan, and a credit check will be ran in order for you to qualify. The Grad Plus loan is available at a 7.8 interest rate. Plus loans can help you pay for any educational expenses that are not covered through other types of financial aid. Private loans. If not all your needs are met by federal aid, you are able to apply for a private student loan. There are several different lenders and banks that do offer private student loans. These loans often require a credit check and a cosigner. For more information on these loans, please contact your bank or credit card company for more information on their specific student loans. Scholarships. Scholarships are offered through several different organizations, and often you will have to submit a separate application for each scholarship. Scholarships are awarded to students who meet a certain criteria stipulated by the organization, such as merit, financial need, or ethnicity. Please visit the link below for all scholarships that are available here at Cal State Fullerton. Most applications are due the last Friday in February, and recipients are notified by the selection committee usually in late May. In order to receive your financial aid, there are a few things that you will need to do. You are going to want to complete the FAFSA at www.fafsa.ed.gov. Second, apply for your federal PIN. You can apply for a PIN at www.pin.ed.gov. Next, remember the priority deadlines for filing the FAFSA and all scholarship applications. And lastly, constantly check your Titan portal to know the status of your application and to see if there's any additional documentation that is needed. Before you sit down at your computer to apply for the FAFSA, you're going to want to make sure that you have all the necessary information and documents that are needed to fill it out correctly. First, you're going to need a copy of your federal tax return information from the previous year. All information can be downloaded from the IRS website and uploaded into your FAFSA application. However, it is recommended to have a copy of your tax returns in front of you to use as a cross-reference. Second, you're going to need to have your Social Security number. If you are married, you are also going to need to have the Social Security number of your spouse. Third, you're going to need your federal issued PIN. You're going to need to have your PIN ready in order for you to electronically sign your FAFSA application. And lastly, you're going to need to have the school code of Cal State Fullerton, which is 001137. Once you have all the necessary information and documents that are needed in order to fill out your FAFSA, you're going to want to log on to the webpage at www.fafsa.ed.gov. Make sure that you apply before the priority deadline of March 2nd in order to receive as much aid as you are eligible for. This application will determine your need for federal, state, and institutional aid based on your income for the previous calendar year. Once you've submitted your FAFSA, within 10 days, you're going to want to log into the Student Center in the Titan portal. Under your to-do list, there may be additional documentation that is going to be needed from the Financial Aid Office in order to process your application. Please be patient. It'll take a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks before you receive your award letter once all the necessary documentation is received. Once you are awarded, you will be sent an email from the Financial Aid Office to your Fullerton student email. All of your awards can be viewed in the Titan Student Portal in the Student Center under the Financial Aid tab. There you will see a list of your awards that you are able to accept. Make sure that you accept all the awards that you choose to receive in the amounts that you choose to receive them in. If you have taken out a loan, you are going to need to complete the Master Promissory Note. Even if you signed one in your undergraduate program, you will need to resubmit a promissory note for your graduate and post-baccalaureate programs. In order to do this, go to www.studentloans.gov. You will need your Social Security number and FAFSA PIN in order to complete the promissory note. After completed, all information will be sent electronically. Last, sign up for direct deposit. Sign into your Titan Student Portal in the Student Center and there is a link available on that page. If you choose not to sign up for direct deposit, a check will be mailed to you shortly after disbursement. Once everything has been completed and all paperwork is submitted, your money will be dispersed to pay for your tuition and fees. Any excess funds will be refunded to you and deposited into your bank account if you signed up for direct deposit or mailed to you in the form of a check. The dates of disbursement do vary throughout the academic year, but are generally awarded the week before classes start. If no aid has been dispersed the first day of classes, be sure to have checked your to-do list to make sure that all documents have been submitted, or if you have any holds on your account. If there are no items on your to-do list or holds on your record, and you have not received your aid, please contact the financial aid office as soon as possible. We know that all this information can be confusing and overwhelming, so if you continue to have questions or concerns about your financial aid, please do not hesitate to contact Amy Nelson or the financial aid office. All the necessary contact information is listed below. In order to serve you the best way we can, here is a list of available resources and departments that you might find helpful to you while here at Cal State Fullerton. Please do not hesitate to contact any of them at any time.